Hello, Leo. This is your tarot forecast for July 2015. And the month is starting off here with the feeling of movement, all right, and travel. And it could be long distance travel for some of you, as I'm seeing that this movement here is all about finding your jive, all right? There is, I feel it's all about re-energizing, getting up to spiff, going out after what it is you foresee, what you envision, really reaching for those goals as you're leaving something behind here that for you might just feel like a chapter completed. And as you're completing this chapter, I see you kind of moving in to this future, this new path of yours, in a happy-go-lucky way, because you feel you've done what you came to do at this state. So as you move along, you might be focusing now on your financial situation for the future, as looking back to the past, where you've been, what you've had. There seems to be some decisions or major decisions that might have taken place, but I'm seeing here that you're also considering now wanting to bring something from the past back up. And looking at that seriously here, as if there's something here perhaps that you can come to increase your income with. So it might be an old idea that you had at some point. Just pay attention to it. You may not start it up yet here this month, but it's more like your consciousness is rising and focusing on talent, skills, abilities, or a project that seemed to have been very close to heart at some point and you had to put it aside. Now is the time you're going to be thinking about whether or not to start that up again. But like I said, somehow, some way, it seems to connect into your financial situation. So see how that's going to work for you. Now, I do feel here in August that there's something about documents, papers, communications that may become somewhat important to you, that you're going to be looking into or needing to get your ducks in a row. And it might come a little unexpectedly, perhaps. Now, I'm feeling that could be more so the first couple of weeks of August rather than the last couple of weeks. Might have something to do too with either seeking some insight, knowledge, or maybe it could even have to do with travel, visa. This is in the area here of not just communication, but also legal stuff. So it could be legal matters too. For some of you, if you're needing to sign some documents off on whatever it is pertaining to you personally, what works or what the situation could be for one of you might be different for the next Leo. However, though, I'm feeling it's something that can be done, so it's not going to be impossible. It's just going to take a little extra time, focus, dedication to get it done and completed. Now, what is really nice, let's focus on that here, Leo, because your foundation, meaning where you live, how you live, there is a freeing up. There's something that indicates new beginnings, something very joyful as you're working and chipping away at how it is you're wanting to express your inner fundamental energies, the inner core of who you are. And there's such a joy coming out here. I feel there's a creative joy, the feeling of really, really being alive and being able to do your thing. So we have a wonderful month here this month. And then looking at relationships, well, I'm seeing for those of you who are in a relationship, there might be a situation now that you can work with. I'm seeing love and romance here, but a situation that has felt perhaps a little stuck or tied up. Now, if that is the case here for you personally, this is a great time to actually look at it, work with it, untie those knots, all right? They don't need to be there. So it's all about just giving it attention and then seeing how things can become more so improved. So, but at least it's going to be on your focus right here in the area of relationship. So things can definitely improve here in August. And I'm feeling too, for those of you who might be single here, Leo, and if that is you, I'm feeling that you are entering into a cycle where, yes, you might have been looking over your shoulder into the past, what worked for you in life, what didn't work for you. And I feel that you're okay. If you are single right now, you're okay in being in your own skin. And that is so important, that we develop that relationship that we have with self. Why? Because you will always become your first and foremost partner in life. And working on the inner relationship, how you speak to yourself. Do you talk yourself up or do you talk yourself down? Listen, monitor what thoughts, those inner conversations that you have. Are you a good partner to yourself? Do you encourage yourself, or do you bring yourself down with negative thoughts? So would you want a partner to speak to you in that way, to take your energy away and to talk you down? I don't think so, because that would be a bad relationship. So if you're hearing yourself talking yourself down, it's time to kind of turn those wheels, bring it back up to your worth and your sense of self. That is a healing process, and then a new cycle can come up here as far as attracting a new partner in life, and you will be better equipped and better set to, or for, should I say, that new relationship. Now here, again, home and family shows up, or residence. And I'm feeling here, what I'm seeing, there's now some focus on how to creatively either expand where you live or live differently. It's as if, like I said earlier too, I'm seeing this creative energy within you, this new sparkle, this new cycle of the foundation that you are now setting within self. That also showed up in the home area, but here, apart from that in your reading, I'm seeing the physical home and how that used to be, and how you now have new thoughts, new dreams. Maybe you want different colors. Maybe you want to live totally different, at least for a while. Why will that come in? Why will that actually help you? Well, it is because there is this period, this phase in your life right now where you're wanting to do things differently because you're renewing yourself. And think about it this way too here, Leo. You have Jupiter now in your sign until that of August 12th. And so you are actually expanding the sense of self, who you have been on the inside. Jupiter has worked in other aspects of your life over these last 12 years. Right now you have Jupiter in your sign until the 12th of this month here. And so it's like getting the last little drops out of it, where you're working on your expression, what you're wanting to show out to the world, how you would like to portray yourself out to the world. And this also ties into how we live. Our homes are very much so an extended expression of who we are. So maybe time for it to kind of recreate itself too. Very exciting time here. But then I'm feeling here too, you're looking at the financial. And I'm feeling here, Leo, there might have been some expenses that has gone out, okay? And there has been more than one. It looks like things have been just like leaking for a while. And I'm seeing how you're really trying to tie that up to stop the leakage and plug the hole in the bottom there so that whatever monies do come in, that they will sit with you, all right? And then I'm seeing once you figure out what that is, doing whatever switch that you need to switch, well, that is when transformation can kick in. So there is that here in the month of August where you're going to become very conscious upon how you're spending your money. And maybe that's just the clue and the trick right there. Is the money going towards something that is worthwhile? Are you getting back from what you were using? Or is it just leaking out to a lot of nothing and then leaving you feeling depleted from funds? So that could be a philosophical approach that you might be working on here. So let's talk a little bit about your career this month. Now there's two people, Leo, coming in that could be very helpful or supportive. This woman I see is a communicator. She's a good talker and very intellectual, and the man, I see him more as somebody who's quite down to earth. He's practical. He's an earth sign too. Now, between these two, whether they're a couple or maybe they just work closely together, but the two of them are coming to you wanting to help, wanting to support, suggesting, or even offering perhaps something, their help, assistance, so that you can actually take a step up in whatever it is that you're doing. And I feel that you're really, really grateful for that gesture here at this time, because I see again how you're pondering upon something, especially like I said earlier, something from the past that really at some point sounded really good, felt good, but for whatever reason was put on the back burner. Maybe now these two people that are coming in can be supportive of helping you bring it up and bring it out to launch something. Even though you might not be launching here this month, Leo, but at least you can get something going in this arena. And I have a sense that this might be something above and beyond your day-to-day work. All right, where you're getting your paycheck at the end of the month. This must be something more on a personal level that you're working with on the side. Now, here's a person. Beware of this male coming in. He is very, very charming, Leo. He is warm. He's generous. He's a great listener. There's so much healing energy just in his presence because he is such a giver, all right? A healer in so many ways without maybe even being aware of it. It's just that he's a great listener. Now, he's creative, and I feel that you're so attuned here when you meet. This might be somebody you already know, a good friend of yours. You'll find him in your social circles, or he could be a new person coming in to your social circle as well. But let me tell you, though, that the interaction between the two of you resonate. There is a mutual understanding and recognition of something that can be accomplished here in your friendship, the things that you set out to do together. So this might be very exciting. For those of you in a relationship, don't worry, he's not going to come in to overturn your relationship. But that said, for those of you who are single, well, hey, there might be some sparks flying here too, just because. Why? Because they can. So just now, taking an overlook over your full reading here, I have to say, though, that I'm feeling that you're doing really well. There's a lot now coming at you that you would want to take hold of. A lot of projects here. So a busy month, a good busy month. I feel that you're catching that flow, and it's all about just as you catch that wave to trust it, knowing that the wave knows exactly where it's heading in towards shore. So there's this strength coming up, and there's gracefulness here, Leo, in the strength that you are emitting and showing. You're doing the dance here this month. So listen, wonderful to read for you. You might want to go and check out what's going on with your partner this month just to see what he or she may come to expect. And if you're new coming into this site, then you might want to go and check out the astrological forecast and see what your horoscope here on my channel will be showing you for August as well. All right, so have a great month, everyone. Bye now.